Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, Lord's will, it's going to be a quick video on something I wanted to go into really fast, and that's basically how there is no end to all people. All right, and what I mean by that is, because I believe you have Vocab Malone that said the Edomites were done away with. All right, and you got other people out there that may believe or may not know, but all the nations in which you read in the Bible, they still exist today. All right, so I'm doing this video to back up what I just said. There's no end to all people. All right. Now, and the only end there's going to be is when you read the scriptures, you got a lot of nations in the Bible, but you got the two main nations. All right, what is Esau and Jacob, all right, or the Israelites and the Edomites. All right, now the Israelites, Yasha Allah in the Hebrew, we will be God's chosen people. We're the winners of this whole story that the Lord has set up. All right, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians, all right, y'all will be the Israelites. All right, and of course, we were scattered abroad across the whole earth, all right, pursuant to the curses, all right, Daniel, where it speaks of the confusion of faces, we are scattered across the whole earth, all right, because we're a big and great people, all right, but then, all right, because we represent the good, or at least the elect out of us, all right, but then the wicked, which is the other antagonist of the story, the other nation, the other main nation is Esau. Now, Esau will be mainly the so-called white people. The so-called white people today that call themselves white, when they fill out an application, y'all will be Edomites. All right. And then, of course, you have the rest of the other nations like Ham, all right, Am and Moab. All right. But the point being is that there is no end to all the people. All right. And the only time that or a nation is going to be done away with is when you read in the scriptures. All right. Esau, for what they've done to us. All right. Revelation 13. We are going to put them into slavery. All right. Then after the 1,000 years of gruesome slavery they go through, they're going to be burned. All right. The scriptures say that. All right. We're going to gather them all up and we're going to set all the Edomites on fire. All right. But even then, all right, the scriptures say the Lord, the Most High, is the Father of spirits. All right. So whether they go into the spiritual world or whether they come back down as a dark with pigment, you know, I don't know. But I do know that's the only time when the scriptures say that a nation is going to be destroyed is when we burn all the Edomites. OK, now, first, let me get Genesis 10. All right, because this Genesis 10, after the flood, Noah and his three sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, they were the main people to repopulate the earth. All right, so if you believe the Bible, then you got to believe that you either go back to Ham, Shem, or Japheth. All right, but they had sons and sons. All right, and they repopulated the whole earth, and that's where you get all the nations today. All right, Genesis 10:1. Now, these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood. All right. Now it's going to list the genealogy of their sons. All right. But it says the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. All right. Now, if we're Israelite, we come from the people of Shem. All right. The people, the true Africans, they go back to this man named Ham. All right. But now through them came the nations of the earth. They repopulated. These three men repopulated the earth. Let me jump down to the last verse. All right. After it lists the genealogy of them, it says, these are the families of the sons of Noah after their generations and their nations. All right. And by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. All right. So you got nations that are still divided on the earth. All right. That some may be mixed among each other, but the nations still exist. All right. Because Esau will tell you that you're just black, all right, and they're just white. That's not what it is, all right? You go back to a nation of people. That's why we ask people, what is your nationality? All right, because it's really about what nation of people you go back to. All right. And if you believe this scripture, if you believe the Bible, then you got to believe what I'm saying, because I'm reading it right from it. It said, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. All right. So Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and then their sons, they repopulated the earth. All right. And from them came the nations of the earth. Okay. So the nations still exist, which means what? Esau and Jacob still exist. All right. Which then all the scriptures having to do with Esau, all right, Obadiah, Malachi, they stand true. All right, because I believe it was Vocab, he says that Esau is done away with. Other people may think that Esau is done away with. Other people don't believe that the Israelites are still here. Well, that's a lie, man. That's a lie. All right. Is Ecclesiastes 4. It's like your phone acting up. Ecclesiastes 4:16. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. All right. But the point is at the top, there is no end of all the people. All right. So there is no end of all the people, meaning what? Esau is still on the planet Earth. The wicked is still ruling the earth. Jacob, who later got his name changed to Israel after wrestling with the angel, his seed is still on the earth. Meaning what? That the Lord is only dealing with the Israelites. All right. His covenant still only applies to the Israelites. All right. Because you got Christians out there that'll be like, anybody can receive salvation. It doesn't matter if you're an Israelite or not. All right. And then they'll try to say that the Israelites were done away with. That's a lie, man. We're reading it now. All right. That's a lie. Okay. Jeremiah 31 and I believe verse 35. Thus saith the Lord, which giveth the sun for a light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for a light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is his name. Talking about Yahweh, all right, because it's in all caps. It says, if those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel shall also cease from being a nation before me. All right, so what ordinances is it talking about? It's talking about the sun. All right, it said, which giveth the sun for a light by day. All right, and then the ordinances of the moon and the stars and the sea. So obviously, if we look up, it's nighttime when I'm recording this. All right, the moon is out. All right. During the day, the sun is out. Seas exist. All right, clear as day, right? Common sense. So Israel still exists. All right. The scripture said if these things pass away, then we will no longer be a people. But what? It said, if these ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed, all right, because it's all about the seed. You all go back to a seed, man. Your father carries the seed, all right? It's all about what seed you come from, all right? Who's your father, all right? Where does his seed go back to, all right? Like I said, what nation of people you go to, all right? And the seed is carried by the man, because you are what your father is, all right? Because you can have a dark-skinned man who marries or have sex with an Edomite, a so-called white person, and the baby can come out looking like an Edomite, but it's really an Israelite, because it's all about the seed, all right? Like Blake Griffin, I believe that's his name, that basketball player, all right, like his son. Or you can say like Blake Griffin himself, all right, because his father is a Levite, I believe, all right, and his mother is like an Edomite, so he looks like an Edomite. And then I believe Blake Griffin married an Edomite. So now his child looks like a full-fledged Edomite. Blonde hair, blue eyes, all right, so-called white skin. But he's really an Israelite, all right, because the Israelites still exist, man. Don't believe Esau's BS when you get a DNA test, all right, because first of all, they don't deal with the Bible, Verse 37. Thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth stretched out but beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. Behold. Oh, wait. Slack. Let me see. Yeah. Getting confused. Verse 37. Again, thus saith the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth searched out beneath, I will also cast off all the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. All right, so you got requirements that have to be met. All right, for the Lord to cast us off as not being the people, as not being his people. All right, it said if heaven above can be measured. Now Esau cannot measure the universe. All right, they say it's too big, man. And they also say that it's ever expanding. You know, that the universe is constantly growing. That's the Lord, man. Showing you that the Lord is never going to put us off. All right, we're always going to be the Lord's people. It's saying the foundations of the earth searched out beneath. Now Esau has not searched out the whole earth. They can only go but so deep in the sea because of the water pressure, and they don't have technology to go that far. All right. Because there are different creatures out there that Esau has not found. All right, such as how do you say it again? Behemoth. You know, and then you got the what Esau will call, or they'll put in movies as a kraken. You know, you got beasts that Esau can't find, all right, that are in the sea. All right, and they haven't even searched out all the places on the earth, man. All right, because if that were the case, then Esau would have found the cave that the Ark of the Covenant is in. You know, which we know that I believe it was maybe Jeremiah, Slack if I'm mistaken. All right, but the Ark of the Covenant was it's hidden in a cave somewhere. All right, the physical Ark of the Covenant, because we know there's different meanings. All right, but the physical Ark of the Covenant is sealed up in a cave somewhere. All right, and the scriptures say that no one's going to be able to find it, man. So Esau has not searched out all the foundations of the earth. Okay, so since that has not happened, the Israelites we are still the Lord's chosen people, man. We haven't been cut off as a nation. So these are all clear facts. Clear facts as to who, or as to basically that all the nations are still on the earth. That everybody goes back to a nation. All right. You either go back to being God's chosen people, or you're a heathen. Like I said, you got heathens out there besides Edomites. You got the 18 nations chart you can look up. All right. The Ethiopians. All right. The Asians, the Chinese, the Indians. All right. Their biblical names. And they go back to their biblical nationalities. You know. But like I said, you know, that was really all I wanted to say. Basically just proving that you all go back to a certain seed. And that's only if you believe the Bible. You truly believe the Bible. You know, because you got idiots out there that claim to believe it, but then they don't deal with nationality. You know, they just think goddamn born again Christian. It's making me think about camp this past week. But anyways, you know, with that, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to those who elect. Shalom.